Hi, my name is Christine Ramsey. I'm the director of the Library and Learning Center, and we are here to talk today about some of the services the Learning Center has to offer.
Right, so I heard that the Learning Center offers peer tutoring. Could you talk more about that and maybe how we would be able to schedule a session?
Yeah, sure thing. We have peer tutors that work in the Learning Center. They work at our service desk, and they're there to help with all kinds of questions that you might have about your classes, like uploading documents into D2L or sending emails to your professors, basic help with like Microsoft Word, things you might need to know to complete your coursework. So they're there to help in the Learning Center. You can pretty much always find anybody that's available to help. Even if our peer tutors aren't there, our folks at the desk can help as well. You can schedule sessions just by stopping by. We're not really taking appointments anymore. You can just walk on in. We don't have so many folks in there right now that we can't handle people walking in. But by all means, feel free to stop by, and if you feel like you need a little more time with them, talk to them about maybe set aside some time.
So I understand that the Learning Center, their sign says reading or writing, I believe.
Center for Reading and Writing, yes.
But if I need help on maybe math or science, where would I be able to get that help?
So I'll talk about all the spaces because we have a few different locations where you can get different kinds of tutoring. So the Learning Center overall provides a lab. We have 120 computers in there and various softwares for you to use, stuff that you would need for class. So MS Office, but we also do have a few computers that have some of the like Adobe Photoshop stuff on them too. So if you're working in one of those classes, we have that available. The Learning Center houses the Center for Reading and Writing, which is our writing center, and it has tutors there to help you with your papers for any of your classes, not just English, but any class that you're having a writing assignment for, or if you just need tips with writing. It doesn't even necessarily have to be for a paper, but they can help with, writing business emails or scholarships. If you're trying to apply for a job, they can help you review your resume. But we do have a career center on campus, so if you're needing help with your resume, please stop by our career center as well. But basically, our writing center is there to help with just about any of your writing needs. They're here to support your success as a student and beyond. The Learning Center also has the Biology Learning Center, which is located within our larger Learning Center. And so in the Biology Learning Center is there for biology tutoring. There's tutors there. They also have all sorts of really cool models, so hands-on kind of work. So when you're working those really tough, biology or anatomy and physiology classes, the hands-on models are really helpful. They also have some pretty cool technology over there. They have our anatomage table, which is a virtual dissection table, so it's large and life size, and you can do all kinds of neat things on there, and they're always eager to show off their technology, so stop by. Even if you just think this sounds cool, you can go take a look. It's the future. And the Mac Lab is located in our Winship building. So that's our tutoring center that's not actually inside the Learning Center. It's in Winship where most of your math and science classes probably are. So they have, it's a really neat space. It's, again, just stop by there. They have all kinds of neat, whiteboards, and they have lots of tutors there to help you with all of your math courses. And so, math is really tough, so don't be afraid to go up there and just ask them for tips and guidance and help with your assignments, because that's what they're there for. They're always happy to help.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of the opportunities and clubs that we have here at organizations, they have sometimes workshops or events. Does Learning Center have any of those?
We do. We typically do a few each semester. We call them our student success workshops, and right now they're in person. We are working on doing some more online. I should mention that we also have online tutoring, but we can talk about that in a minute. But so we do student success workshops on topics like time management, procrastination. We did a great one last semester on understanding anxiety for when you're getting ready to take those finals or you're worrying about those papers, how to deal with all that anxiety. And these are scheduled throughout the semester, and so the best way to keep in touch with college is to always just check that events calendar or your student email. You'll have a newsletter that comes out each week called On the Radar, and it has everything that's going on campus. So if you're looking for kind of tips like those student success workshops, we always have those in our On the Radar email, but you also get fun stuff too, like when yoga is and when there's fun student activities going on. I know just any registration events or rallies or involvement fairs. So keep reading that email is important for your kind of student life experience, including our student success workshops, which are great.
So you wanted to talk about the online tutoring?
Yeah, in addition, especially over the pandemic when we were shut down, we really got to be pros at online tutoring. And so just because we're back on campus now, we're not stopping that service. It's a really important one for our students, our online students and our face-to-face students. We know everybody's got different schedules and can't always make it to campus when they need to, or you didn't know you needed a tutor because you didn't know you're gonna struggle with that homework. You were acing it in class, then you got home and you had questions. So we have online tutoring available. Each department we have a tutoring website, and you can kind of just click on it. It's either biology, reading, writing, math. So you can access it that way. Or if you're in D2L, there is another service we call Tutor Match. And you can click on that link in D2L. It should be in your class. And it's BrainFuse Tutor Match. A lot of people think they only have access to BrainFuse, which is just so many hours per semester. But you also have access to Tutor Match, which looks like BrainFuse, but it's a little bit different. And that's Lone Star tutors. So our tutors have time that they spend there, and they have tutoring and all times of day too. So there's lots of more flexibility because it's tutors from all over Lone Star helping you with those courses. So you have a lot of options. And if your class wasn't mentioned today, as far as tutoring goes, Tutor Match is also a great place to go because it's got a little bit of a wider variety.
So as finals are coming close to us, I think within a week actually, what kind of advice would you give students, especially students who haven't tried out the Learning Center and the amazing opportunities they allow?
Manage your time, get ready, leave time to study, leave time to complete your assignments, and make sure that's the biggest one is manage that time because it's almost down to the wire. So make sure you're spending time completing those big major grade assignments. And don't hesitate to stop by those centers to get some help with those major grades because that's a big portion of your grade. Some classes that might be most of your grade. So, even if you think you've nailed that paper, you can actually submit your writing sample, your paper to the Writing Center via email, and they'll review with you. So even if you don't have time to visit because you're busy, you're working, your family, you can always submit your paper to them and just let them give it a review. And that's going to help your grade enormously. Maybe you've already got that A or you've got that B or C or whatever your goal is, but they can always provide suggestions and help in tutoring for you that way. So the same thing with your math assignments. Don't take the chance of not when the help is there, go for it. Go ask them for the help. If there's something you're not quite getting or just questions coming up for your finals, please just stop by in. There's tutors there all the time, and they're happy to help you. They're all very eager to help. So please take advantage of those services. But time management, that's the biggest one. Really look at it. Don't just think about the assignments you have to complete. Think about how many hours you have to work this week. Think about your family obligations. Think about your sanity time, all those things, your clubs and commitments and all those things. You've really got to measure all of it when you're planning your time out. So
I'm sure those workshops will come in handy.
They are. Time management, please attend. We offer them every semester. It's a very important one for our students.
If there isn't a topic about those workshops that maybe isn't covered, is there a way to maybe request it?
Absolutely, yeah. You can always make suggestions. You can make suggestions to me, Christine Ramsey, Director of the Library and Learning Center. But also, if you're just in the Learning Center, you can always ask them, and they might know as well of something coming up. So, if you just ask those folks at the desk, hey, I was wondering if you did a workshop on note-taking. I need to improve my note-taking skills. They can say, oh, yeah, they're offering one next week over in Student Services. Or, they might be a little bit more in the know. Or they can say, well, we don't have one scheduled, but we can schedule one. Because we really do try to schedule the topics based on what our faculty tell us the students are needing and what you tell us you're needing as well. So if we have a lot of students asking, clearly struggling with a certain topic, we try to focus on that.
How long do the workshops usually last?
About 45 minutes to an hour. I think they're probably typically planned about 45 minutes with time for Q&A. So we usually try to host them around the lunch hour, so maybe around 12:30, just so when you're getting out of class. But the online ones, we're trying to do some more flexibility. We didn't do many online this semester, if any, but I know that we're going to try to do a few more next semester.
Do you think that's it?
All right. Well, again, we have lots of resources. Please stop by and ask for help. That's what we're here for in the library and the Learning Center. All of our folks working here, our first priority is to help you guys. So please don't hesitate to ask for help. And thanks for having me here today.
Thank you so much for making the time to tell us more about the Learning Center.
Great. Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.